Hello, my stamp friends. I bet you've seen fidget spinners around since they've been very popular lately. But have you seen a fidget spinner card? I made this. It's not too hard, but it's so fun and it's kind of easy after you get the main steps done. So let me show you how to make it. Hold on while I flip my camera around. All right, just a few things you need. You do need a fidget spinner because we are going to trace this. I cut a 1-inch hole out of a foam pad, so this will just lay right there. And then you can put your extra piece of cardstock and trace it. That's what I've done here. So this is my template. Then after I get my template, I choose which color cardstock I want to do. Well, this time I'm going to do Island Indigo. So what you're going to do is take your template and just trace your fidget spinner and cut it out. For time saving, I've already cut mine out, so it's ready to go. So I'm going to set that aside. Okay, the other thing you need is a black layer that is 5 1/4 by 4 inches. The white layer that's 5 1/8 by 3 7/8. The inside layer for your card, which is 5 1/4 by 4 inches. And then of course your base, which is 5 1/2 by 8 1/2, scored at 4 1/4. All right, hurry in. Okay, I'm gonna set this aside for a minute. You will need a scrap piece of Indigo Island, or Island Indigo. What is it called? Yeah, Island Indigo. You will also need Tombow glue, 2 pennies, of course your ink for Island Indigo, and a sponge dauber. You're also going to need a 1/2 inch circle punch, a 1 inch circle punch, a 3/4 inch circle punch, and also the classic label punch. Okay. And you will also need a scrap of black paper and the silver cardstock. And then you will need dimensionals. These are the dimensional strips, and of course just the regular dimensionals. And then I also want to put happy birthday on my card, so I am using the Guy Greetings set so I can use the happy birthday stamp. Okay. First thing you need to do, let's go ahead and glue the white onto the black cardstock so it will have time to set up before we start punching that. Well, this is brand new. It's got a lot. All right. I do like the Tombow glue because you can kind of maneuver it to where you want it before it starts getting too tacky. There we go. It's right where I want it. As you can see, I got a little bit of Tombow glue on my fingers. I'll just take that glue off. Got it on my fingers, then got it on the cardstock. Okay, we're gonna set that aside for a minute. Now we're gonna work on, let's cut the silver one out. I usually turn it upside down to do this, or there it is. All right. Now we're going to take our silver circle, and of course I've already gone ahead and punched the 1/2 inch right there. I'm going to glue this down. All right, then we're going to take our 1 inch circle punch and kind of line that up into the middle, and we're going to punch that. You're going to do that 3 times. Oh, before I forget, let's get our 1 inch circle punch. This is for the center of our fidget spinner. Now let's do all the ink parts. I'm gonna first stamp the happy birthday. Gonna put it right here. And we're done with that part. Now we're going to get our sponge dauber. I like to give mine a little dimension, so I'm going to just edge all the edges. And then we'll also do that on the fidget spinner all the way around. And there we go. All right, I think we're done with the ink, so we can put that aside. Now let's work on this part. Okay, I do take my circles. I was gluing them down and then punching them, but I found that if you just take a pencil and trace where the circle is, then use this little 1/2-inch circle punch, it actually is a little faster and easier. It's not so hard to punch through all those layers. And then I just put just like that. And we're going to do that 3 times. Oops. We'll just set that aside while that just dries for a minute. Now let's get our big label punch, the classic label punch. Let's see, I want to turn it upside down. You're going to line it up in the middle of your card. Make sure it's straight, and then you're going to go ahead and punch. Then you're going to slide it over and line it up with the edge of line the edge of the cardstock on the edge of the punch, and then you're going to punch again. And same with over on this side. All right. Now we just have to put it together. This is the fun part. All right, you're going to take a penny and you're going to put a dimensional on it. Right smack in the middle, just like that. Then you're going to put your card base over it, and you're going to add the penny to the other side like that. I like to just kind of squish mine, make sure it's going to roll. Just kind of have to kind of round out the edges to that dimensional is what I'm doing. There we go. Now it's going to roll. See how it rolls back and forth? All right. Now we're going to put our fidget spinner on. We need 2 more of these. Whoops, I got 3. I'm going to put one in the center. That's for the little button part in the middle. There we go. And then we're going to put one dimensional right on the back of this penny. We're going to attach our fidget spinner. There we go. Still doesn't want to slide very well. Maybe it will after we get the foam packs on these. Alright, I'm just taking some foam strips, just adhering one down at the bottom, one at the top, and we're going to get one more. We're going to put one really close to the penny, but not too close because we do want it to still slide back and forth. And we're going to do that just down on the bottom part too. All right, let's get our card base and we'll just attach this. Last one. It still doesn't work. Spin like you want it. Just smush down that dimensional a little more. There it goes. Then the last thing we need to do is add the inside. There we go, we got it done.